Hello and welcome in.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning, welcome in Jesse Montaño, Guerilla Sports. This is not the Guerilla Sports studio, nor is this my home studio. This is my hotel room in Washington, D.C. It's a small room. It's very nice, very modern, but it's very small. I think this is like one of those like micro European hotel. Like you can see, like that's the bathroom sink. That's the corner of the bed. I tried to frame this up so you didn't see anything, but there's just not enough space in here. But it's all right. We're right down here in Washington, D.C., getting ready to head to Avalanche practice, which is a little bit outside of the city, but that's all right. We're here for the game tomorrow night. A couple days off here for the Avs in D.C., so we will get to that. We will get to the Avs and the Capitals, and their captain will be a topic of discussion here on today's show, but we are going to just really run down. There's a lot going on in Colorado sports this week. Don't look now. Feels like everyone's on the up at the same time, which I don't know when the last time was that happened. Avs, Nuggets, Broncos, Buffs. We're going to get into all of it. I know Jay touched on it yesterday. But I'm going to talk a little bit about PWHL and their national tour they got coming up here with stops all across the country and NHL venues, including, yes, Denver, Colorado, as Jay discussed yesterday. And then, we're going to talk a little bit about Miss Peggy up at CU Buffs yesterday. But let's start with the Denver Nuggets. Huge bounce back for them last night. Just massive. They had lost 2 straight bad ones. And we're really starting to beg the question of what is this team without Nikola Jokic? Of course, Nikola Jokic missed his 3rd consecutive game last night out with personal reasons. Michael Malone didn't go any further than that and was pretty non-committal into his availability for Friday's game against the Dallas Mavericks, but that's kind of we'll cross that bridge when we get to it type moment. Let's take a look at what they did last night. It was huge. So again, the question was, who are the Nuggets without Nikola Jokic? Well, they didn't have Nikola Jokic again last night. What changed? What was the difference between the really poor performances that we had seen that led our very own Liv Moods to really question, is this team even any good if Nikola Jokic isn't in the lineup? During the post-game show just a couple nights ago. Well, so what changed? What changed between that point and what we saw last night? In a 122-110 win over the Grizzlies, the same Grizzlies that they had lost to before, just a couple nights before, where you were saying, who is this group? Well, it was Jamal Murray and Russell Westbrook. That is what changed for the Nuggets last night. Murray goes 10 for 20 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3, and added a free throw to go with it. He was, I'm going to stop just shy of saying exceptional. He was not playoff Jamal, but Liv sent out a tweet last night saying, look, this is why folks are hard on him. This is a max contract player, and people aren't arguing that he earned a max contract, that he's not a max contract player when he's at his best. The issue is he hasn't been at his best very much the last 2 seasons. When Jamal Murray is playing the way that he was playing last night and can be complimentary when Nikola Jokic is in the lineup, that's what makes this a championship caliber team. It's the fact that they can come at you in waves, that it's not just Jokic you got to worry about. Okay, you're right. You game plan to lock down Nikola Jokic. Well, what about Jamal Murray? When Jamal Murray's going, that's the kind of 1-2 punch that the Nuggets won their championship on. Then you add in what Russell Westbrook. Man, I don't care how long he's been in the league. how good of a player he once was, who he plays for. We cover him every day with the Denver Nuggets. It will forever be difficult to say Russell Westbrook quickly. I always want to say Russell Westbrook, what he did last night, his first triple-double with the Nuggets. We know that he is the all-time leader in NBA history for triple-doubles, became the first player in NBA history to record 200 triple-doubles last night. Liv definitely taking her victory laps on this one. But look, this is what you were looking for out of Westbrook when you acquired him this summer. When, reports are that Nikola Jokic was really kind of petitioning for the Nuggets to go out and add Russell Westbrook internally. This was why the value that he can add off coming off the bench. That was one thing last year. Forget Jokic not playing in games. There was a real problem with the non-Jokic minutes. When Nikola Jokic was getting a breather and you were having to roll your bench out there, my goodness, was it just kind of like hold on to your butts and hope that they can survive this? The Nuggets needed someone who could reliably come off the bench. Now, with some injuries, Russell Westbrook has been asked to do a little bit more than just come off the bench this season, having gotten a couple starts here recently. But last night, with no Jokic in the lineup for the third straight game, this is what you are looking for out of Jamal Murray, out of Russell Westbrook. Can you step up and be either in Jamal Murray, the number two behind Jokic, and come in and be a play driving force and putting up points and being a handful? And then for Westbrook, when the team is healthy, can you come off the bench and give some support in a way that, and look, I know simplifying triple doubles for Jokic, triple doubles for Westbrook is maybe a little oversimplification of what you're asking Westbrook to do, but can you come in and just make the non-Jokic minutes a little bit tougher to play against for opponents? Again, it was all non-Jokic minutes last night, and they did that. We're able to bounce back with a big win. That is a championship mindset. That is how this team won a couple of years ago. That is how they will get back there if they are going to do it. Like I said, Michael Malone non-committal on Nikola Jokic returning on Friday, so we will keep an eye on that as it draws closer. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. You guys know me. This show is mostly how I keep track of my days, and I had to switch my day with Jay this week. Sorry, I'm just getting some updates here. Yeah, pretty sure it's Wednesday. 2 days from now, we'll find out more on Nikola Jokic. Denver Broncos. Let's shift gears here just a little bit. Man, is the Bo Nix hype train real? The Bo Nix hype train is real. Everywhere you look this week, national pundits are saying this is the rookie quarterback to watch. I've started to see some rookie of the year arguments maybe being made for Nikola Jokic, Bo Nix in the NFL. And look, I think I saw the best argument for it yesterday. Someone was running through he listed several, not just the rookie quarterbacks from this last class, young quarterbacks in the league. I'm not going to run through every single one of them that they mentioned, but they were calling out that a lot of the rookie quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in the league right now are being led by defensive-minded head coaches that were brought in to help make the team's defense better. And non-coincidentally, those rookie quarterbacks, I'm going to stop just shy of saying they're all struggling. None of them are thriving. Some of them are struggling. Looking at you, Caleb Williams. None of them are thriving the way that Bo Nix is. And what's the difference? Well, Sean Payton is look, you can feel however you want to feel about him. I have made it known on this show, I don't love the way he deals with the media. I don't think Sean Payton cares what I think. I don't love the way he deals with the media. I don't love that he can be ultra prickly seemingly all the time. But he is a legendarily creative offensive coach. Gets the best out of his quarterbacks. Drew Brees talked and said, I knew it was going to take a little bit of adjusting, but I also knew that he was going to be the right fit for Bo Nix coming in and being able to help him. So that's exactly what we're seeing. It took him a few minutes, a few games to settle in. But now that he looks a little bit more comfortable, the speed of the game doesn't look like it's so overwhelming for him. You're seeing what looks like a more mature quarterback. You're seeing a lot of those intangibles that we heard about when he was at Oregon being able to translate. There were a lot of question marks around, is he going to be able to read schemes at this pace? So many checkdowns in college. Is he going to be able to hit the deep ball? Is he going to be able to, read defenses and adjust at the line instead of just looking for that easy check down option? Look, I'm going to stop well short of saying that Bo Nix is set and forget, done. You can wash your hands of it. The answer, but there's no denying he has looked very mature and has stepped into this role here. I think in a way that people maybe weren't expecting so quickly for Bo Nix to be, I believe it was the fourth quarterback taken in the draft. I just don't know if the expectation necessarily was from people, from anybody that was, looking at it seriously. This was an inexperienced Broncos roster, a lot of question marks, and Bo Nix has navigated the choppy waters great and has led this team in a way that I don't think they've seen since Peyton Manning. I have long talked about that for the Broncos. It wasn't so much an X's and O's issue as it was a cultural issue. They had a losing mentality. I think Bo Nix, yes, in conjunction with Sean Payton, has been able to come in and fix that. And there's belief in that locker room, and they feel like they are going to win week over week instead of coming in and saying, oh, well, gosh, I hope we can pull one out. This is a mature Broncos team, that looks like they are looking to make some noise here. Bo Nix got them through the toughest part of their schedule. Now looking like they can pick up some wins. They sit firmly in third in the division. 7-3 for the Chargers, who sit in second place, and then of course 9-1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Broncos 6-5, sitting third in the AFC West. They will take on the last place AFC West team this week in the Las Vegas Raiders, team that's had the Broncos number weirdly in the last couple of seasons, but they'll be looking to change that again this Sunday. All right, Avs, who I'm actually I got to get to their practice here pretty soon. Avs Capitals looking to bounce back against the Washington Capitals, who kind of picked them apart last week in Denver. Avs looking to get some revenge. Nice win a couple nights ago in Philadelphia. Just a really good, I was going to say performance start to finish. They teetered there at the end. They ended up having to hold on for dear life after having a 3-0 lead with less than 10 minutes to go. Ended up having a little bit of a fire drill right there at the end, but they do hold on. They do get the win and are now looking to do it again here in Washington. A good Washington team that they'll be playing against tomorrow night. But the Avs getting a lot of pieces back in the lineup this week, as we've talked about. Jonathan Drouin, Miles Wood, Val Nichushkin. Now, Alexander Georgiev did go out. We're going to get to practice and get an update on him. See how he's feeling. He is on the trip. It's a 4-game trip. They've only played one, so there's still plenty of runway here for him to potentially draw into the lineup. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'll get you guys all those updates. You'll be able to find them right here on Guerilla Sports, how Alexander Georgiev is feeling and if we can expect to see him back anytime on this trip. The Avs, while this is the closest to healthy that they've been this season, you definitely still have guys like Drouin and Chushkin who are looking to get back up to game speed. I asked Jared Bednar after the game a couple nights ago how long he's expecting it to take those players to get back up to the speed that he expects. And he kind of said, like, well, look, yeah, it's going to take a couple games, of course, because both Drouin and Nichushkin, at least, Miles Wood was out for a shorter amount of time. He said that it went a long time between playing games, but he said, look, honestly, they look pretty good to me. They already look like they have found their way back up to speed. And yeah, it might just take a couple games for those fine details to come in. But he basically said, if you are worried about the talent level getting back up to where it was, the intensity getting back up to where it was with players like Nichushkin and Drouin, there is no need to worry. They are already there, and it's just amazing what a difference it makes on that lineup card. Being able to plug those two players back in a spot where it was American League call-ups for pretty much the entire season up until just a couple games ago. So Avs getting healthy. You could use Georgiev back. Now, of course, you are still without Ross Colton, Gabe Landeskog, but you're getting closer and closer. Ross Colton, is getting a little bit closer. We've seen him around working out in the gym. He was out on the ice in socks and shoes the other day. But we know that there is a date for him that is approaching. Gabe Landeskog still is just the one unknown. So like I said, we'll leave it here. We're going to go to practice and get plenty of sound for you guys and all that good stuff, plenty of updates for you. So we'll have more coming on the Colorado Avalanche here in just a little bit. Now, I'm going to break just a little bit from my normal structure here, and I'm going to talk about Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals just briefly before we'll circle back to the Buffs. We might actually end it with the Buffs. I got one other story here, and I'm running myself out of time. Alex Ovechkin in pursuit of Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record, and he has been on an absolute heater to start this season, looking poised to break the record this year, has run his total up to 868 goals, just 27 shy of tying Wayne Gretzky's record and 28 away from breaking it. And like I said, he had 15 goals in his last 10 games. And then he ran into Jack McBain. And look, I don't think it was dirty. I don't think it was malicious, but Jack McBain catches him on the knee. Alex Ovechkin now officially listed as week to week. So we will not get a chance to see him continue the pursuit of Wayne Gretzky's record tomorrow night here in DC. And really, look, this is a bummer for everybody. This is an absolute bummer for everybody. We are watching Alex Ovechkin chase history, and that is on pause for right now. Man, I hope this isn't serious. I hope this is something that keeps him, off the ice for a few days while he's sore, and then he can jump back on and start, building the strength back up. And, God, it's just such a bummer. I was going to go into a whole bunch it's just such a bummer. It's been so fun to watch. It's been something that hockey community has really been kind of rallying behind. And he was off to such a hot start that really was starting to garner a lot of national sports attention, not just in the hockey community. But everybody was taking notice that, hey, we're potentially looking at this happening this season. It's on pause right now. You hope Alex Ovechkin's okay, and you hope he can get back on the ice soon and resume this chase. It's been a ton of fun to watch. And I'm just going to round things out here hockey-wise. Like I said, Jay did talk about this yesterday. The Minnesota Frost and the Montreal Victory are coming to Denver for a PWHL game as part of a league-wide initiative to put games in all kinds of NHL cities and all kinds of NHL arenas and take the PWHL on the road, more or less. I'm really excited for this one. Nicole Hensley, who we've done some work with here at Guerilla Sports, of course, plays for the Minnesota Frost, Lakewood, Colorado native. So I can't even imagine how excited she is to be returning home to Denver for a game like this. But the part that I wanted to bring up, this is with the PWHL announcing that they will be expanding by 2 teams, but having not announced the cities yet. This is without a doubt, a test run for which cities are going to work, where the best response is going to be, what buildings are available to them, things like that. As much as this is the PWHL taking the show on the road, this is also the PWHL testing out the road and seeing what cities are viable for expansion. So I'm really excited to watch this whole process play out, all of these games play out. We will, of course, be there in January to cover this game between Minnesota and Montreal at Ball Arena. But when I saw this yesterday, I started going through the cities and I said, yep, these are trial games to see how the cities, the buildings, the fan bases respond. So if you are wanting a PWHL team and you are seeing this happen in your city or in Denver, and you want there to be more of that, make sure you show out. Make sure you show the support, because that is obviously what the PWHL is doing here. All right, rounding things out, we're going to talk Buffs. More specifically, we are talking Miss Peggy, and I'm not going to talk for Miss Peggy. I told you guys, or I didn't tell you guys, I tweeted out yesterday, to me, this is the best availability in sports, without a doubt, this week, and probably even all month. I just absolutely love this. We're going to round out the show with this, just about 5 minutes long, but I want you guys to hear from Miss Peggy yesterday on her 100th birthday. Coach Prime brought her into the presser for her big 1-0-0.
Good day, everybody. I have a special, wonderful, young, beautiful guest with me today. Miss Peggy's 100th birthday today. You're supposed to clap right now, give her love.
Thank you.
We are launching a special line of apparel for Miss Peggy. Part of the proceeds will go to benefit her and her family. I wish all the proceeds go benefit her and her family, as it should be, but you know, business is business. But this is a wonderful day. It's amazing that God would find two people from two different walks of life, two different generations, and bring them together as he has. She's always greeted me with love, compassion, support, stability, and hope. And I'm thankful to know her. I'm thankful that she can get to me anytime she desires to. And I'm thankful to be celebrating her 100th with her. She is the epitome of CU Buffs. She's the epitome of Buff Nation. She is the rock that holds us all together. And I'm thankful to know her. I really am. Thank you, Miss Peggy. You're so wonderful.
Thank you.
I love you to life.
Thank you.
Love you to life. Any questions for Miss Peggy?
Question for Miss Peggy. Hi, Miss Peggy. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What did it mean to you to have the whole football stadium sing happy birthday to you on Saturday?
Repeat the question.
Your whole football stadium saying happy birthday to
Oh,
you?
what does that mean? Well, I haven't even comprehended it yet. But I cried. And I just thank God for my life and for all the friends and for everything that's happened to me. I just wish my twin sister were here. It all started because we were twins. And I can't deny that we've been loyal fans. But I said to get all this attention for just having a good time is unbelievable.
Nice.
Go ahead. Miss Peggy, first, happy birthday. Congratulations on such a big milestone. Lincoln Roach, CU Independent. Right, you have been to more games, right, than really anybody on earth here at the University of Colorado.
Will you repeat the question?
You've been to more games than anybody
Do you
on
have
earth?
do you have a favorite game of all of those games?
A favorite game?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it'd have to be several games. I wasn't at Michigan, but I was sure watching, and I liked the miracle at Michigan. I liked when we beat Nebraska. Don't ask me what year, it was in the 80s, I think, 62 to something or other. And, there were games before when we were 1, 2, 3 in the nation with Oklahoma and Nebraska when we beat Oklahoma. That's before any of you were around, probably. There are quite a few, not just one.
Let's do one more, Adam. Go ahead.
Hi, Miss Peggy. Adam Ostertiger, 24/7 Sports. Coach Prime has, on some level, dedicated this football season to you. What has that meant to you?
Well, I don't know that I can explain what it's meant. It's been unbelievable to me. And he's given us, our whole community in the university, all of this attention because of him. And he's a very, very honorable man. And I am just grateful for it. And each day I get him, I think this is all unbelievable. So that's what he is, kind of unbelievable.
Thank you. I have one final question for Miss Peggy. Which bowl do you want to go to?
Well, I'll take anything they give us. Okay.
I got you.
You want to take those?
those.
I'm not as nimble as I used to be. Okay.
We got you.
Thank you all
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, Ms. Peggy.
For me, that's that's what sports are all about, right there. Nothing else I can say that's going to top that for me. Sports are about people from different backgrounds, different walks of life, different experiences coming together for one common thing. I saw that yesterday, and I just, for a million reasons, I just loved it. So we're going to wrap up the show with that today. That's going to do it for me. I am off to Avalanche practice here in Washington, D.C. Like I said, all the updates coming to you guys from there. But I'm Jesse Montaño. It's been Guerilla Sports Daily. We'll be right back at it tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching, guys.